Well, hello sports fans, I'm Harry and welcome to Harry's Stuff and Such. And if you stick around, I'll be showing you the first two upgrades that I've made to my monoprice Mini Delta, as well as some of the prints that I've played around with. So stick around. And welcome back. As I said in the intro, I'm going to be talking about the first two upgrades that I made to the monoprice Mini Delta, as well as showing off some of the prints that I've made with it in this brief short period that I've been using it. So what were the first two upgrades that I made? Well, number one was this power switch adapter that's for a PlayStation 3. So it has an on-off switch, so basically you plug it in line on the brick. Plug the brick into the wall, and then plug the monoprice back in to the brick, like so, and there's your power switch. Granted, this is not the best solution in the world. It would be better to have a power switch on the base, but this was a quick and easy solution to turning it on and off, as opposed to having to plug and unplug it from the wall. Next thing I did was I replaced the stock cooling fan that comes on the monoprice Mini Delta. I don't suggest you do that, and if you do it at your own risk, because I'm sure that will avoid a warranty. Like I said, you do this at your own risk, and I am not suggesting that you do this. It's just that this is something I did for my own personal use. I replaced it with a Noctua Fan. This is a 60 millimeter by 25 millimeter thick. The original is 60 millimeter by 10 millimeter thick, but there's enough room under the plate for the 25 mil Noctua. This is a NF A6 by 25. I got both the adapter and the fan off of Amazon. The fan makes a big difference in the noise, and I'll show you a clip of that. So this is just to give you an idea of the change in the noise from the stock fan to the Noctua fan that I'm about to replace. So as you can see, with the mic right by the table, you can tell it's much quieter than it was before. Along with that, I'd like to show you some of the things that are printed. Of course, there's the finger puppet, which is included on the SD card. But along with that, I also printed this line, as well as the tree frog, the benchy. This is a command module for the Saturn V. I did this in white Hatchbox PLA. Also, on Thingiverse you can find surprise eggs, and I did one of those. This is in Hatchbox PLA as well. And on the inside, there's a nice little jet fighter, Tomcat. And so I printed this. Like I said, I printed all of these in Hatchbox PLA, and they printed out quite well. I'll show you some close-ups as well. The cat was my first print, and the benchy was my second print. And that's in both Hatchbox PLA. And then I tried printing the lion here. Actually looks pretty decent, pretty good. I like the line. And then there's the tree frog. I think all of these turned out quite well. And again, this is the command module. That's the top half of it. I haven't finished printing the rest of it yet. And then, of course, here's the surprise egg with the F14. I printed the F14 like so. That's where I'm at with the Monoprice Mini Delta. I haven't got a ton of hours on it, but so far it's been working quite well. I had to play around with the Z setting quite a bit in order to, except for the one that comes on the SD card. Everything else, I played around with the Z setting, the G29 setting, in order to get that just right. And I'm using Simplify 3D as my slicer. And like I said, so far everything looks pretty good. So there you have it, the first two upgrades to the Monoprice Mini Delta that I've made. And to show you the power supply, which I didn't show you, I'm just going to turn it on. You can tell that it's on. And it's not as noisy as it usually is because of the fan. Okay, so that's about it. Those are my two first upgrades. Like I said, these are my first few prints, and they turned out quite well. It took me a little effort to get the G29 setting correct, but once I did, it's no problem. It was, it was just a learning experience. So, what do I think about the MP Mini Delta now that I've had it for a little while? Well, I still think it's a nice little printer for 160 bucks. I didn't have to do anything to put it together, just pull it out of the box. If you wanted to live with the noise, you could leave it as is. Like I said, it was a little learning to play around with the get the G29 setting right in Simplify 3D, but that didn't take very long, and it shouldn't be that hard for someone. And besides, there's a pretty good Facebook group out there with the MP Mini Delta, and you can get a lot of help off of that. So anyways, for me and Baby Groot, I wish you guys to have a great day. I want to thank all of my subscribers, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. But hey, add some comments as to your reasons why either way, and also add some comments on how you think I might improve the channel and improve upon the content of the channel. So, hey, think about pressing that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Again, I would like to thank those that have subscribed. It really makes my day. I thank you for that. So you guys take care, and I'll catch you on the backside.